Hey everyone, this is Walter, and we're back here to read some more posts from Reddit. Nice girls are women who talk about how nice they are, while actually not being that nice. Yeah, it's the counterpart to the men we usually talk about. It's actually a pretty active subreddit. Let's get into it with Nice Girls from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit Nice Girls. First post. I hope this fits the sub and is good for a laugh. Story is, I had met a girl and had a decent enough first date at a restaurant, so we decided to keep it rolling and play games at a main event across the parking lot afterwards. It was fun till it was about time to take off, then things started to go sideways. I closed out the bar tab and was gathering our pool sticks and whatnot when she decided she wanted one more drink. I told her I'd be glad to stick around while she finished as she wanted to go get herself another one. She wound up making a comment about how paying for her single $7 drink brought up traumatic memories of her ex that guilted her into paying for everything. Oh man, what a convenient excuse. Paying for anything brings up trauma her ex gave her. That's like 2 red flags for the price of 1 there. Now, I get how these unpleasant thoughts can enter your mind, but you should be able to recognize that for what it is and contextualize it with what is actually happening. Since I'm not a doormat, I pointed out that maybe I shouldn't be thought of alongside some parasite given I'd paid for everything. Hell, at that point I had paid for $40 food tab, $20 arcade swipe card. Looking back, I'm glad I smoked her in air hockey. $25 of drinks for her, $5 for pool time. That's honestly far more than my unemployed ass should have paid for a first date, since I was trying to be responsible till I found my first post-military job, but I digress. We went our separate ways, and I thought that would be the end of the story, until I got a nasty text, months later. I guess what would have been a decent first date if she didn't throw a fit was living rent-free in her mind for half a year. I don't know what would motivate someone to follow up so long after a single date. The only thing that got me was, it isn't even accurate, lol. She didn't pay for anything of mine, nor was I bragging about selling the house I bought while living out of state in the military. The old thing cost a ton to repair and sell, so I basically broke even. It merely came up in casual conversation as a piece of recent personal history. Oh, I'm also aggressively average looking, not a science experiment. On some level, it's all a numbers game, but stay strong out there, homies. Okay, let's read the message. You are absolutely way too ugly to be asking any woman to pay for your food and drinks. No one likes a cheap and ugly man. You have to pick one. Trying to guise it as being fair with money is so stupid after explaining selling your house for several $100,000. Bye. I don't know where you got such a big head of confidence from. Maybe it's because I made the mistake of giving you the time of day, but you gotta lose it. No actual man or gentleman would ever expect such treatment from a lady. Y'all are a bunch of little girls acting like you're the prize while looking like a failed science experiment. Yikes, I hope your day gets better. What is even the point of her misrepresenting the situation to him? Like, he was there. He knew he wasn't in any danger of her paying for anything. She's like, you've got several $100,000 to your name. How dare you not take me to Dubai for our first date? How entitled can you be with a stranger's money? Was pretty jarring, LMAO. Closing the tab, I was thinking, dang, spent a lot today. Only to turn around and be told I remind her of a dude who made her pay for everything. Total lack of situational awareness was baffling, and eventually entertaining. Seems like something happened that was making her feel like shit about herself, so she scrolled through her inbox looking for someone she could potentially make feel worse than her, hoping she would then feel better. She was seeking a fight to lash out whatever unrelated shit she was feeling. Your thread was just wrong inbox, wrong time, LMAO. She is hammered and getting details all messed up with other dudes. Yeah, honestly, that could be it. Have you worked there long? I've been doing line work for 24 years. Wow. Do you make enough money to comfortably take on a 46-year-old dependent? I'm not trying to be rude, but I think they are important questions. I honestly don't know that answer. To be completely honest with you, I was kind of looking for someone to be a partner, someone to help with the bills and everything. I know that it will take some time to get on disability. I shouldn't have waited so long to sign up. My plan is to retire in 5 years, so if I have someone that's not bringing in any money, that won't work. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to be honest. Wait, she's going to try to get on disability now? That takes years. This is like quitting your job first and then starting a YouTube channel to try to support yourself, like Cake Puncher. I wish you would have brought it up instead of waiting for me, but good luck. Good luck to you as well. Just an FYI, this is how online dating works. If a woman can support herself, she's not looking for someone who works too much. I'm sure it's what led to your divorce and will keep you single. You had a chance to help a cancer patient, but stay single. Roger that. Thank you. Who doesn't work? Clueless. Absolutely clueless. Does this woman understand the gravity of what she's asking from him at all? Context. Met online at a dating site. This is day number 2 of chatting/texting. Whoa. On day 2, she says take me on as a dependent? What the actual fuck? I'm confused. So she's saying he had a chance to be in a relationship with a cancer patient? Homie dodge a bullet. Can't imagine what being her partner would be like. I can. I lost my husband to cancer 3.5 years ago. The last 6 months were hell. I took care of him because I loved him deeply, but I would never volunteer to do that for some random person on a dating site. Bitch be crazy. Not gonna lie, using cancer as a way of guilt-tripping someone is incredibly sickening. What a horrible person. Some people have cancer, some people fight cancer, some people are cancer. So online dating is about finding someone to pay for you until you get on disability? Yeah, she's quite a prospect, isn't she? Yes, I have 4 kids. I can't stress this enough. If it's a deal breaker, off, jump, don't even try to match with me. If you're not fully ready to commit, don't bother. I'm a single mom, but that don't mean I deserve to be alone for the rest of my life. I'm not in any rush. That's why I'm on this BS app. P.S. From now on, I expect a paragraph for why I should give you a chance to be in my life. No, I don't want to just hook up. I'm actively looking for my husband or lifetime partner. My God, you'd have to be a total simp to write that paragraph for her. Amazing that this is the first impression she wants to give people of herself. Substance aside, I'm just imagining the type of guy who reads this and says, yes, this is the tone I wish to be spoken to for the rest of my life on Earth. That's just a preview. I can't imagine how toxic this person actually is. Not just a preview. This is the one chance for your first impression. The space where you essentially have to present your most appealing side of yourself if you want any hope of attracting a decent partner. Yikes. I hate the negative profiles. Literally no info about her, no interests or hobbies or passions. No goals in life, no little anecdote or story or fun date ideas, just whine, 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 and complain. I can't with that shit. She just gave you a paragraph about why you shouldn't give her a chance. She didn't even say what she wanted in a man either, aside from it not being a hookup. Loyal women don't exist. Nah, we exist, 100%. You just pass us up for some hoe you thought was hotter. Yeah, this one could easily just be a gender-swapped nice guy post. Oh yeah, I've met girls like this. Late 30s, never had a man stick around for more than a few months, always talking absolutely shit about her ex because he's now happy with some completely normal woman. Jumps from guy to guy, drama to drama. Still can't see after 15 years of dating that she's the problem. This same post with reversed genders would be labeled incel trash, would still be cringe. Exactly. It's just a gross, middle school mentality to have. People who cheat suck and it can end there. It's not all hot women/men cheat, LMAO. This just in, only hot girls cheat. Some of the worst cheaters I've ever met in my life have been uggos, men and women. Part of it is self-esteem. Okay, let's move on now. It's an activity where I can be creative and experiment. I love trying new spices and seasoning combos, adding or removing an ingredient, or even just plating nicely for me to enjoy before I devour it and dread the cleanup. Okay, why don't you work in culinary? I hate when Americans do this. They're so preposterous and ridiculous. Okay, just because somebody likes cooking for fun doesn't mean they want to stand over a hot stove 8 hours a day cooking the same things over and over again. Props to people who cook for a living, but I would never want to do it. It's clear as day what they need to do for work, and they won't do it because they're taught to be morons. Are you a moron, or will you do what you need to? Anyway, you seem really stupid and stunted to me. Grow up and follow your passions. I have no patience for pussies that work a 9 to 5 for no one. Fucking grow up and try again. God, this woman's like the Sorting Hat in Harry Potter. She can just tell strangers what they should do for work for the rest of their lives. Him, I like to cook. Her, unjustified crash out. She should be loud and wrong for a living. She's got the natural talent for it. Because how dare you enjoy cooking? Typical American, working a job in a field other than your hobby? It's funny because most people recommend you don't do your hobby for a job because it usually ruins the fun. That's definitely what I was thinking about it. Ex-girlfriend is trying to come back after our break, and she dated some guy for about 8 months, moved in with him, and now she's having a rough time and breaking up with him. She is coming not because she loves me, but because it's not working out with her new man. Hey, I just want to tell you that I think of you every day. I still have the first flowers you ever got me. I still sleep with your blanket, and I still miss you because you are my other half. I love you, blank. I will find my way back to you. Keep being who you are and never change. I had a letter I was going to give you the day I seen you in the hallways with that QA. I never gave it to you. It basically said I forgive you. But please forgive me for being with someone else while I still love you. For so long I believed you didn't want anything anymore. I told myself it had been a year, and you never showed up to come talk to me in person. I believed that I wasn't worthy of your love, or that we had any chance anymore. Until I seen you that day you showed up, I seen you really do love me, and you were sorry. I do forgive you, blank. I do love you, and I always will remember that. The situation I'm in isn't easy to leave. It's complicated. But I believe if God truly has our future together, that He will bring us together once again. True love isn't perfect, but it's the good and bad times that make their love unbreakable. Our future is in God's hands. I love you. Please take care, my love. I do like how she can capitalize his name but not God's. What a great Christian she is. I don't know the whole situation, obviously, but this is so manipulative. She sounds like a hobosexual. Right, she had her own house, but she moved in with him to his house, so now she has no house. Yeah, OP is less Romeo and more free Romeo to this person. If you take her back, in 8 months, she will be texting the same crap to her current boyfriend. Encourage her to get a therapist and then be wise and move on. Yes, well said. And let's read this guy's story. My ex-wife is a lot like this. She left me in 2018 after a very difficult 12 years of marriage and 2 kids. And I spent a year struggling to get over her while she dated multiple different guys. Eventually I moved on and met someone new. But just as that started to get kinda serious, my ex swooped in and said she wanted us to try again. I agonized over it for about a week, then I finally decided that I couldn't look my kids in the face if I didn't at least attempt to keep our family together. So I ended things with the girl I was dating. My ex dumped the guy she had been dating for 5 or 6 months, and we moved back in as a family again. Long story short, nothing changed. She never wanted to actually move forward together, so we lived like roommates and co-parents for a while. Then we got stuck together during the COVID lockdowns. But even though she didn't want to be in an actual relationship with me, she also didn't want me to leave, because she has abandonment issues, and I offered comfort, support, and stability. During that 2-year period of us trying again, I got exhausted and disheartened on multiple occasions, and I almost left several times. But she'd always get emotional and say she loved me, and get really affectionate and beg me to stay, only for all of that to end shortly after I agreed. I finally moved out for good in September 2021. A few months later, I met and started dating the woman who would eventually become my current wife. And not long after we started dating, my ex came back again, saying she'd changed and asking me to try again with her. Nope, sorry. I spent way too much of my life desperately trying to make things work with someone who only wanted comfort, support, and stability, without offering real love, intimacy, affection, vulnerability, communication, or trust. I'm really glad he didn't let her ruin another potential relationship, one that actually ended up working. Life is too short to throw years of it away on shitty living situations. Anyway, I think that's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you have something to say about the nice girls, or about my content in general, let me hear it in the comments. I'll be reading them while the video's new. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I might hit 30K in the next century at this rate. And finally, big thanks to my generous patrons who support me more directly over on Patreon. I'll be shouting them out soon here. This is video number 9. There will be Russell Greer soon, and I have a great story about him getting robbed by a sex worker. Yeah, again. Have a great day, everyone, and try not to take your ex back.